Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to take a look at the veteran Asylum Sanctorium main boss +1 with Llothis. That's the poison boss. We are positioning the main boss the same as before. The only thing that really changes is that you add the poison boss to the fight, which makes it a lot more difficult, trust me. Because the poison boss has some very nasty mechanics. First off, the most important thing, the poison boss spawns around 90 to 85% of the main boss's health. And then what you have to be careful of, this mini boss enrages after 3 minutes. So you need to kill him in a 3-minute time span. And that's not that easy because the boss is teleporting around, repositioning himself. So while you damage the mini boss, you can't really damage the main boss because spheres will still spawn, which is a problem. So the main boss is immune, and then all that kind of stuff makes it very difficult and especially long. Fight will be very long. I also do have a guide on my website. I will put the link in the description. All boss mechanics are listed there, so if you are wondering what killed you, you can go check it there. It's all listed. So again, the thing that makes this fight difficult is because while the main boss still continues to do his thing, you have now the poison boss as well. So it's possible, for example, that the main boss does storms of the heavens, so those he's flying up and then shock fields are shooting everywhere. And then at the same time it's possible that the poison boss uses his cone field, like noxious gas, defiling blast or oppressive bolts and all that kind of stuff. And if you're not careful, like half the group is gonna instantly die. That's a huge problem. Sure, after a while you will figure out how to avoid those things, but then you know, stuff like oppressive bolts, that's the poison boss's channeling attack, kind of like a ball looking poison balls will come out of him and you need to interrupt. But when you're busy kiting the shock fields and he does that, you get a ton of damage. That's the main problem of the fight. As you can see right here, we are going to focus the sphere, and then that moment the boss starts doing his cone attack. And if you're not careful, you're dead before you can block. Because I wasn't looking at the main boss, and yeah, it happens really fast. So what should you do now? We basically still have one of the healers kiting the big shock fields that drain Magicka in front of the boss. Vana has a few videos uploaded on her YouTube. I will put the link in the description so you can check the videos out. And what worked best for us on the poison boss is that we always had one person assigned to him, basically spamming crushing shock. Because the oppressive bolts, it's the poison balls that come out of him when he's channeling. You can interrupt that either with bashing or crushing shock. So we just keep having a person on him, so we don't miss when he channels the attack. Because if he gets 2-3 charges out, most of the group is gonna be dead, pretty sure. That's why you want to have constantly a person on that mini boss. Also, you should get the person that is on the mini boss should get the feeling when the poison boss is about to do the oppressive bolt. Because I keep up my rotation, and then when I know it's gonna happen soon, I just start using crushing shock and nothing else to interrupt as fast as possible. What's the fastest way to get the poison boss down? Basically, like I said at the start, you have 3 minutes. After 3 minutes he will enrage and all his attacks basically one-shot everyone. So we always focus the mini boss. The moment he stands up, most of the group members start damaging the mini boss. And we only have 2 people assigned to spheres. So when a sphere spawns and it goes to the entrance or exit, the 2 people assigned to it will focus the spheres. Everybody else will focus the mini boss, because he needs to die as fast as possible. The raid leader should keep saying focus the mini boss from time to time, because thing is, people forget, they will just start hitting the main boss, but the main boss probably can't get damaged because the sphere is up. And it's actually kind of funny. The moment you don't remind people that they should damage the mini boss, it just the damage drops and it takes long to kill him. So it's very important that people understand when the mini boss is up, you have to focus the mini boss. The most dangerous attack of the mini boss is the Defiling Blast. It's the conal attack. It basically targets one player, and the thing with this attack is everybody else that stands in it and doesn't block is basically one shot. So you really need to block it fast. And the problem with this cone is, even if you stand a little bit outside of the red AoE or a little bit further away, it will most likely still kill you. The hitbox seems to be bigger than it actually indicates it. That's something to be very careful. Like, I had a situation where I died like 4 meters outside of the cone, and there was no lag and something. It happens all the time. The thing is also, when you're at maximum range, you will get damaged before you actually can see the cone. Because the boss's cone, when he starts doing the attack, it starts growing from him away. And you actually get damaged before the red AoE is below your feet. So you really, that's why it's also important to focus the mini boss, so you actually see when he does something. It's just kind of weird. Then obviously, next biggest problem is the transition phase, when the boss reaches 75%, 50 or 25% and he jumps around. I recommend making sure, for example, here we have the boss to like 52, 54%, and then we kill the mini boss. Once the mini boss is dead, we focus on the main boss. So when he does his jumping around in the arena, the mini boss is down. The execute phase is probably the most difficult part. With the main boss, nothing changes, but adding the mini boss to the mix makes this so much more difficult. Like always, make sure to have perch ready, make sure to have a barrier ready and all that kind of stuff. Make sure to not move while the fire AoE hits you, because I think you take more damage if you actually do. So just make sure to block, shield up, be in range of a player that has perch. Otherwise, you're most likely gonna die from the fire dot. And now here the main problem is, it's gonna be very difficult to kill the mini boss. If you already had problems dropping down the mini boss in 3 minutes pre-execute, it will be even more difficult to do it in the execute, just because of the extra fire mechanic. Other than that, there is no new mechanics, but like I said, fire is happening, shock is happening, the poison boss does his cone field or like the oppressive bolts. It's just so much incoming damage, and when you have very bad luck, there's like 2-3 mechanics overlapping with each other and it will cause you to wipe. It is really important that you have good DPS, because it's a DPS race. If you can't get the poison boss down in 3 minutes, you're gonna wipe. That's the thing. I also recommend for now playing mostly ranged Magicka setups. Sadly, stamina setups have bigger problems here and do less damage in the moment. But this is still very early. Tactics still might change. I will leave the original footage of this run in the description as well, so you can just check out the full run if you want to. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comment section below. If you found the video useful, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Cheers.
Sorry.
I'll deep on the boss now.
We can probably use it.
Maybe not.
Something? Sure.
Cross. Entrance.
My arm.
Can you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Thanks.
Entrance
Watch out for
again.
sure.
Shock.
Clear entrance.
Clear entrance, yeah.
So I will take care of the mini boss. You guys just focus on the boss and use it.
Fire.
This is foremost use and
Exit
it's over.
safe.
Entrance is safe now. So.
Sphere exit.
Rising.
We're gonna get the storm soon.
How did you get that light?
Shock soon.
He's up.
Poison.
Purging.
Fire safe exit. Interrupted.
Exit sphere. Watch out.
An enemy.
Yeah.
Watch out. Lightning there.
Fire. My arm.
Sphere somewhere, I think. Yeah, exit.
Exit.
Lightning. Reapers on Roma.
They're now just fucking new.
Yeah.
It's pretty much dead.
Fire.
Exit safe.
Nice.
What did we get?
Highest score.
Okay.
The souls are counting.
Souls are counting? How many?
Yeah, 100%.
48k, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good for now, I guess. Yeah, but I think we only get... How much did we get at the end rewarded? 15k and anything else? Or just 15k? Or was